Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another evening with me. This is the virtual assistance. Um, this is the virtual assistance training class. I am happy to be with each and every one of you here again. I hope our evening went well. Mine did. As is in our usual custom, we would say hi and our salutations for the next 4 minutes. And I would love to know how your day went. Are we all stressed? Are we ready for class today? Let me know your thoughts. Hi, Esther. It's lovely to see you here again. Good evening. Yes, my day was good, Esther. How was your day? I trust yours was good as well. Hello, Tolulope. Good evening. Fuluke Sanusi, good evening. Good evening, Amaka. I'm glad you're ready for class. Mubisala, I'm fine, thank you. My day went well. Rest filled, I must say. How did your Monday go? Beautiful evening to you, Mariam, too. Oluwatomi, I can't pronounce your first name, I'm so sorry. Good evening. Hi, Telma, good evening. Hi, Stella. My beautiful ladies, welcome. Hi, Shirley. Good evening. I'm yet to see a text from Amiola. I hope she's not late today, though. Good evening, Candy. How you doing? Deborah, good evening. Sorry I cannot pronounce your it should be Chinemere. I hope I got it well. Johnson, good evening. How are you? We're gonna do salutations for another 2 minutes and then we'll resume our class in 2 minutes. I meant to say Perpetual and Ayobami, good evening. It's lovely seeing you here again. How did your day go? I hope you went well. Mine did. Hey, Kemi, good evening. Good to see you here too. Thank you. Hi, Amiola. I was just talking about you. Nice to see you here. Good evening. How did your day go? Hi, Abimbola. Jumi, welcome. Buki, welcome. Good evening. Olayemi, I'm so sorry I can't say your first name. I just don't want you to get angry when I pronounce it. So, good evening. Oh, we are. Yeah, I'm glad you're fine, Amiola. I hope I've been pronouncing your name well, though, because I would hate to not pronounce your name well. Omotoyosi, I hope I got it well. Good evening. Good evening, Jibril. Adebody, I hope I got it well. Good evening. Good evening, Onome. Queen, hello. Welcome. So this is week 6, and for week 6, hello, Queen. Welcome. Yes, Jennifer, good evening. I'm doing well. For week 6, we discussed about customer support and the key learning the lesson objectives I had set is for us to understand the key principles of customer support and its importance in business operations. I hope we now are able to, understand those key principles. For this week, I'm hoping that we now know how to apply effective customer service techniques, and we now know how to apply, active listening, empathy, and clear communications as customer support agents. For this week, I'm hoping that we now know how to manage customer inquiries by acknowledging, clarifying, and providing accurate information. I'm also hoping that we now know how to handle customer complaints by following a structured approach of acknowledgement, investigation, and resolution. My day went well, blessing. Thank you. So another objective is where we should now be able to, we now have an understanding on how to use social media platforms for real-time customer support and brand engagement. And we are able to implement customer engagement strategies such as polls, surveys, and personalized responses to improve customer retention. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. So we concluded the class yesterday, but today we're doing a run through for the masses of us that missed classes, maybe we came late, or for some reasons, maybe internet, maybe did not give us proper audio, and we just had half information, half and half. Today we're going to do a run through of the entire slides. I'm going to try my best to go through all of the slides today within the 2 hours that we are to be here for. So run through of the introduction to customer support. So, we talked about customer support being referring to the services provided to customers before, during, and after their purchase or use of product or service. It is a critical component of business operation as it directly impacts customer satisfaction, loyalty, and the company's reputation. An example we use is, imagine you are a virtual assistant for an e-commerce company and a customer contacts you because their order hasn't arrived on time. Your job as a virtual assistant in customer support is to calm the customer, gather information about the order, and offer a solution, such as expediting the shipment arrival or providing a refund. I know I've said it over and over again. Refund should not be the first thing you want to offer your client. You have to offer your client multiple solutions. Do not let refund to be the first thing you want to offer them, because if you do offer a refund, they would readily accept the refund. Now, key traits of an excellent customer support is patience, empathy, and problem-solving skills. For patience, your customers are going to be frustrated or upset. You need to just listen calmly. For empathy, you just need to show that you understand their concern and you're eager to help them. And then with problem solving, you want to find solutions to their problem in a very timely manner. Customer support goes beyond just answering simple phone calls. It's about building a positive relationship with your customers by consistently meeting or exceeding their expectations. Principles of effective customer service. There is the customer-centric approach, where you always want to prioritize your customer's need by focusing on understanding and solving their issues. This way you create value for both the customer and the business. An example is, a customer has two policies, one where complaints must be resolved in 24 hours, and another allowing the staff to offer 10% of future off. So that's 10% off future purchases as compensation. Now, as a virtual assistant, adhering to this policy shows you are you're customer centric, meaning you have these two policies to help you calm your customer. So you can, firstly, you do not want to. So in the event where there is a delayed follow up, you sorry, in the event where a complaint comes in, you want to make sure that you respond to the complaint within 24 hours. And then and then if the complaint is escalated and the customer is still not happy, then you want to offer the 10% off future purchases as compensation. Now, there is the effective communication techniques, which are the active listening, empathy, and clarity. With active listening, you want to rephrase what the customer says to ensure that you understood what they are coming to you with. With empathy, you want to use phrases like, I understand how frustrating this must be, to show that you understand. And then for clarity, just to avoid jargons or technical terms the customer may not understand, use simple, clear language. And you want to always ask your customers, do you understand me? Is there any part of what I just said you need me to clarify? And then the customer will let you know, so you're able to make proper, so you're able to give like clear communications and whatnot. A case study we used was of a telecommunication. Eniola, I see you. Welcome. Good evening. A case study we used of a telecom company receiving a complaint from customers about high bills. So let's say MTN receives a complaint from customers about high bills. The customer support team uses empathy to acknowledge the issue. Oh, I acknowledge the fact that our tariffs is now high. Now, active listening. Okay, so the customer support team uses empathy to acknowledge the issue, active listening to gather details, and offer simple explanation for the charges, along with suggestion on managing data to avoid high costs. This approach leads to fewer escalation and higher satisfaction rates. Now, let's say an angry customer calls me, why is your tariff so high? MTN, this is how you people to do. You're always charging us and not even giving us proper service. Now, as a customer support team, I would want to say our sincere apologies for the inconvenience. True, our tariffs has increased. But can you please share with me the problem? Which of our plans were you on before? What is the current issue you're experiencing? Now the client will give me some information, and then I'll be like, oh, have you tried turning off your background activities for some of your apps? That is most likely draining your data. We understand that our tariffs are now higher, but for us to be able to continue to provide you excellent service, we want to make sure that we are giving you value for your money, something along that line. Handling difficult conversations. Some customers may be difficult or aggressive, especially when they feel wrong. It is crucial to stay calm and professional. As I have been throughout the classes, I am calm. I have stayed professional to the best of my abilities. I can be a very playful person, but I have stayed professional and calm. This is how you want to be when you're addressing your clients. In a scenario where a client is very aggressive, you would just want to try to bite your tongue because some clients can be very wordy and you want to not respond to them as in a defensive manner. You want to listen to them, and then you want to investigate whatever it is their problem is. So an example scenario is a customer receives a damaged product. Instead of reacting defensively, apologize for the inconvenience and offer a replacement or refund. Again, I'm going to say this so we do not forget. Please do not offer refunds first, because if you offer refund first, if I were the one that I ordered for a cake that had a bite mark in it, I'm going to, and you just say, oh, we will do a refund. I'll be like, yes, I want a refund. I will jump for the refund because I'll be like, good gracious, at least the money is coming back. But then we don't offer refunds because you spent money for delivery. You have spent money to execute a project that the client has requested for. So if you do a refund, you are going to be causing your company loss. Just please do not offer refunds. Instead, offer replacement and some discounts after discussing with your company, of course. And then they'll do the approval for the necessary percentage that should be offered. The escalation techniques, that is when you want to offer solutions early in conversations. You want to stay calm, measure your tone. Don't say, don't, how do I explain measure your tone now? For example, Timmy calls me and she's angry that there's a bite in her this thing. I want to measure tone is, excuse me, measure tone is asking, Ma, can you please tell me what the problem is? That is me measuring my tone. Now I could say something like, Ma, can you tell me what the problem is? That is, I've said the same thing, but I'm sounding rude, and I hope that best defines the measured tone I'm trying to explain. So you please want to watch your tone because the clients, the aggrieved client is listening and they will sense they, as much as you can try not to give up the rude tone, in as much as some clients deserve rude tones from customer service agents, but as it's in our custom, in our golden book, the customer is always right. So you want to, as much as you can, appease the customers even when they are very, very, very aggressive. So you want to focus on what can be done to resolve the issue rather than be defensive. Um, Handling customers. Now, when you want to manage inquiries, handling customer inquiries and complaints. Managing inquiries and complaints efficiently ensures customer satisfaction and it reduces or prevents escalation. Types of inquiries are product or service information. This is the first time call where the client wants to ask for product specification, prices, or availability. And then the second type is the order status inquiry. This includes tracking order, processing returns or refunds. This is basically when the client is calling to follow up on the deliveries of their products or their order. Steps for handling inquiries. You want to acknowledge the inquiry first. So you want to start by thanking the client or the customer for reaching out. You want to clarify the question, repeat or paraphrase the inquiry to ensure accuracy. You want to know what it is exactly that your client is coming to your company for. You don't want to misunderstand your client and then have a series of apologies that you do. In fact, to avoid any sort of miscommunication, you want to clarify the purpose of your customer reaching out to you. Then next, you want to provide accurate information. Always verify the details. That is why you want to clarify. You will never get it wrong. If you want to say, can you please clarify or you can repeat what the client says so the client can confirm. Sometimes you'll be like, oh yes, that's what I said, and all of that. So always verify details before responding to ensure the information you provide is correct. Best practice that I do is if a client is coming to me with for product information, I will just pull the product up on my on the side tab, so I'm able to tell the client or I'm able to answer the client as the questions are being asked directly from the product manual or something. You just want to make sure that this is just to ensure that you're giving information that is correct. The next step, which is the last step, is follow up. In the event where there is an issue, you want to follow up with your clients to confirm that they are satisfied after the issue has been resolved. You also want to check back to ensure that your client is satisfied. How do you handle complaints? How do you handle complaints? For handling of complaints, you want to acknowledge the complaint. That is to recognize the issue promptly. even if the complaint is minor, you want to always say something like, "Oh, thank you for bringing this to my attention or to our attention." This way, the client is, okay, people are taking me serious, you're not taking me for granted, and all of that. And once you have acknowledged it, you want to apologize sincerely, even if the problem isn't that. Most of the time, the problem is not directly your fault. So in this case, you want to do something like, "We apologize for the inconvenience this has caused," and then you continue your line of discussion. After you have apologized and you have told the client something like, "Oh, no worries, I will check in with the team and get back to you with feedback." You now want, the next thing you want, the moment you get off the call, you want to gather, you want to investigate the issue by gathering details to ensure you have a full understanding. So this is probably prior on the call. You want to hear from the client what the problem is. And after you've told the client that you're going to get back to the client, you're also going to do an internal investigation to also confirm that the client's claims are correct or not. A case study is a software company received complaints about glitches in their products. After acknowledging the problem and apologizing, the support team conducts a detailed investigation, collects user data, and works closely with the tech team to provide a patch. This proactive solution, resolution, and communication earns customer trust. This simply means that so now after the complaint has been received, there's a glitch in your product. "Oh, we're sorry about that. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. So our sincere apologies for the inconvenience. We will look into it and get back to you with feedback." Now, after this is done, I want to go and talk to the tech team and relate to the tech team the problem that the client has shared, and they will now try to provide a patch. Now, providing solutions or compensations. When you're providing solutions or compensations, you want to offer a resolution. I really don't like. I know I created this note, but refunds are just there as the last resort. Like, the client is not budging, she doesn't want a replacement, she doesn't want the special. So clients like that, there are some very difficult clients that can be hell bent. But some companies have policies against refunds. Like the company I work with, they won't give you a refund. They will, however, you would your the sum paid can be transferred to another service that we offer, but not a refund. The only instance we will give you a refund is if we are not able to provide that service to you. Maybe we're not available to provide the service to you, then we'll do a refund. But if we are able to provide the service for you, we're going to do a replacement or come up with some sort of compensation that is going to be like that will be us for some sorry for that. We're going to offer a replacement or a special discount of future purchases, meaning if the customer is coming again, that that is if the customer is coming to make a purchase, we will give the person a certain percentage off the person's purchase. Example is a fashion retailer offering free return shipping and a replacement product for customers who received the wrong order, ensuring the customer satisfaction even when mistakes happen. You want to, now when that is done, you want to document the complaint, record the complaint and how to and how it was resolved for future reference. This helps prevent repeat issues and improve service processes. Now, in the event where I handle this client where we have a wrong order for and someone like Mary is taking over from my job, Mary would go through my so Mary, the thing, coincidentally, I used your name. So it's basically a document. You just want to have a document that you could just name the document how to and or how it's done. and then you now write something like something. I'm trying to come up with a worthy example in regards of complaints. Addressing wrong order. Now, if you want to do the addressing wrong order complaints, you could just write what of those that were not resolved, for for complaints that were not you would update your document. So you're going to always update your document. For complaints that were not resolved immediately, you just want to write the complaint, right? And then how was it resolved? You now want to say, okay, you basically just going to document how the processes that took the processes and the events that took place while the process was being resolved. So you could say something like, oh, when a certain client came in with a complaint for wrong order, I investigated using her tracking number, and I checked with the delivery team to confirm that her order was in her was in their delivery truck. You just want to write a detailed note. Anybody that reads it would say, oh, okay, so if I have a wrong order problem, I could just follow the same steps that Cynthia did. And then if I follow these steps and it doesn't work, I could now maybe do something else, like, try to figure out a another way to solve the issue. Now, social media management, and please, if you have questions right now, probably questions from the yesterday, Monday or Tuesday class, you can just start popping your questions. Tech team is going to help me take note of the questions, and I will address them accordingly. So just a refresher, this is just recap we're having for today. So in case you have any questions, I could do a pause right now, and then you can forward me with your questions. Also, in cases where a company has more than one customer care rep and call can get to another person. Okay, so Mary, I want to understand that. Okay, this is in a situation where there is more than one customer rep. So in the event where there is more than one customer rep, you have to now communicate with your team. I want to confirm if because okay, in that event, you would have a person handling the complaints. Let me say, um, the clients would come in as, "Oh, hello, how you doing?" And then maybe the person hears a different speaker, and they'll be like, "Oh, I reached out earlier, and it was you were not the one who picked the call." And then you as the customer service agent, you'll be like, "Oh, can you tell me the name of the agent that took the call?" And the person may be like, "Oh, no, I can't remember the name." I'd be like, "Okay, no, no worries. We'll do an internal investigation about that. Tell me what it is, the issue." And then after the conversation has been held, you as a customer service agent will then discuss with your team, "Oh, please, who is handling Mrs. Mary's complaint?" And you guys talk amongst yourself and resolve and then do a follow up, or just do a simple handover to whoever it is that has started addressing the complaints. Okay. So if there's no more questions, I will just go straight into social media management and customer engagement. Hi, fellow. You're welcome, Mary. Okay, so now we all know that social media has become a crucial platform for customers to voice opinion, ask questions, and engage with brands. A proactive social media strategy is essential for maintaining customer satisfaction and enhancing brand visibility. Now, key social media channels are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I already said LinkedIn is the professional platform for B2B customer interactions. Instagram is visual platform for customer engagement through stories, posts, and comments. Twitter is, where we always have the banter that is not for the weak. Facebook is for family and friends. and then public comment and all of that. Excuse me. Some techniques for social media engagement and social media management. Please do not confuse the fact that because you're a customer support agent, that doesn't make you a social media manager. You are just handling the the aspects that concerns the clients. That's direct messaging. So you want to, as a customer support agent for any social media um, platform or for a company, you want to make sure that you're responding to your customers quickly and in real time. So, for example, if a customer should make a tweet about a product issue, you want to respond timely before other clients are going to see it and be like, oh, yes, I have the same issue. And even if that's going to happen, at least you have answered, you have responded to the first complaint. And then, people, it's either you give a direct DM to that tweet and address accordingly, or wait for it to be escalated to probably your email, and you would not have a very friendly client sending you an email. You you also want to monitor your content, track brand mentions, comment, hashtags to identify potential issues or trends. You want to also schedule posting, plan your posts that offers helpful information, questions, frequently asked questions. You want to answer frequently asked questions. There's probably going to be a document up in one of your posts so that your customers can ask questions and then promote new products. So these are all scheduled types of scheduled posting. For customer engagement strategies. Ooh, questions. Yay. Hi, Loveline. On batching tasks as a freelancer working for multiple clients, saying to, can I batch both clients' email? Please don't do that. Except you're working from two, let's say you have two tabs open, dedicated, each tab dedicated to one of the emails. But honestly, I would advise you, because so now this is the reason why it's even very, very, very tricky working with two companies, especially if you're handling their email information and all of that. You want to like the question is, can I batch both client emails and work on them together? The reason why I will not advise that is so you don't go and mix things up. You want to concentrate. If I'm working, for example, MTN, I'm working for MTN and Etisalat, you do not want to mix responses thinking that, oh, I'm responding to an email from MTN and then likewise you're doing, so please, you just have to concentrate. Let's see, another question from Achibon is, please, as an organization that wants to handle customer support remotely, do you think that can be possible since most of the companies already have their staff doing that? Please, an organization that wants to handle customer support, do you think that is, if you're an organization that wants to handle customer support remotely, you have to be employed as a customer support agent. So yes, if you are employed as a customer support agent, you can do that. I hope I'm not replaying yesterday's class because this is what we learned yesterday. Yes, Anibaba. Yesterday we ended the course. I'm doing a recap for the ladies that joined classes late yesterday, and it's also good to do a refresh so it's good that I'm glad that you acknowledge that you learned this, but it's not so bad knowing it again. Olakemi, in the case Where there are more than one customer support, will the company use the same document for complaints so that others customer can send? Yes. So basically, this documents that you're documenting, they're using this whatever it is you're using to document complaints is not for the company. It's basically for your team, which is a company, but it's more like for a team use. Like let's say we're three customer support agents for a particular company and I resolved a particular issue, I would populate the documents to the other my colleagues so they can see, and then if there is any documentation that's if there's any complaints that they have addressed, I would also learn from them. Okay, thank you, Aisha, for answering that. Queen, continuation from my question. If is it possible for you to for me? Queen, I cannot. I don't think I understand the question. But if I let my brain rearrange a few words, I'm unable to answer on behalf of the company. The company will, at their discretion. I don't know. I don't. I really don't know how to answer that. I'm so sorry, Queen. Um. Okay. Thank you for it. As please, as an organization that wants to handle company, do you think that can be possible since most of the company already have their staff doing that? If the company already have their staff doing that, there will probably not be an opening for customer support. So I don't know how to help. If it's possible to this. Okay. So now we're just going to continue with Queen. I hope I'm able to, so you don't feel I ignored you. I really don't understand the second follow-up question, but honestly, it's the company you are applying to. It's they are the ones able to make that call. I cannot tell you, as I have not been placed in that position before. Sorry. Okay, so we are continuing from customer engagement strategies. Customer engagement strategies. How do you keep your customers engaged? You want to use you want to have interactive content uploaded to your pages. Use polls, quizzes, and contests to engage your audience and create two-way communications. You also want to upload customer testimonials, share customer stories and review. This helps to build trust with new customers. And then you want to personalize responses, engage with customers personally by using their names and addressing their concerns and complaints individually. You do not want to do the hello. Thank you for reaching out to let's see. Let's use MTN. And I'm like, oh, I haven't gotten, I'm on this tariff and I haven't been having network. I want to address you by your name, by your username, so that you know that it is your complaint I'm addressing. So please, we want to don't do the whole hello or you're generalizing a response. Please don't do that. You personalize because it has a human touch when you personalize responses. A social media case study I'm going to use. The one I used was for an Airbnb where they excel at engaging with its customers on social media. They respond promptly to customer inquiries and complaints via Twitter, assisting with bookings, payments, and property issues. They also use Instagram to showcase user generated content and enhancing brand visibility, thus building trust. Some improvement strategies include, what are improvement strategies? These are uh maybe we have used cake. We used cake on Monday, and I think we did the whole fashion thing on Tuesday. We're doing a whole recap, so I'll be mixing it. Sorry about bringing MTN. The reason why I'm using MTN is because there's literally an MTN Wi-Fi in front of me, so that was what came to mind immediately. I would find a way to squeeze in the cake into the next example I'm going to make. So improvement strategies are regular training. You want to ensure that so as an organization, for Queen Achibong that keeps asking as an organization, to improve your some improvement strategies is to regularly train your customer support team so they stay updated with the latest techniques and tools. You want to use feedback loops, use customers feedback to continually adjust and improve your strategies, your service strategies. And then you also want to practice customer journey mapping. This is where you visualize each step a customer takes in their interaction with your brand to identify pain points and areas for improvement. An example of improvement is that of a software company that notices a recurring issue reported by customers regarding product update. I'm craving cake too, Jumbo. Is a software company notices a recurring issue reported by customers regarding a recent product update. Now, they're going to use customer feedback to create detailed, frequently asked questions session, reducing the number of complaints and increasing satisfaction. This is simply the company, they're trying to make it easier for their client to push out all of the complaints and questions they have regarding the product update, and then, you know, do a mass response to all of the customer complaints. Understanding emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence simply refers to the ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions in oneself first and then others. In customer support, high emotional intelligence allow virtual assistants to empathize with customers, stay calm under pressure, and handle difficult situations effectively. You do not want to spit fire for fire, especially when you have an aggressive or a troubled client. You also do not want to sound not knowing. A customer support a virtual assistant is supposed to be all knowing. That's what all customers are expecting. But in as much as we are not all knowing, you want to give your clients the reassurance that even though you do not have the response at that time, you do a quick check in with the team and get back to them. And the event where there is a difficult situation, you want to remain calm and politely respond to your clients. Now, the role of virtual assistants in client retention, it's really, really important to build and maintain client relationships so that clients can come back. Because maintaining strong relationships with your clients is essential for virtual assistants. And we play a key role in creating long-term relationships between customers and the brand by ensuring that the customer's needs are met consistently and proactively. Key practices for building relationships is consistency in communication, always communicate in timely and consistent manners to your customers to build trust. You want to always do personalization to your customers. You want to use their names in communication and remember key details. So, key details are basically from previous interactions or purchase history so that your clients know that, oh, okay, I'm remembered and I am valued. And then there is another key practice is proactive engagement. Reach out to customers with relevant updates or check in regularly to ensure they are satisfied with your service. Now, these check-ins, please don't check in with your customers too often because they would coach your or they will ignore your calls, and you don't want that. Some customers would miss your call unintentionally, but when they see your text or SMSs, they'll respond. And if not, you want to follow up, especially okay, in the event where you are trying to get the clients to book, then you can call, you can then have a scheduled call for 1 to 2 days. But then when it comes to follow up in regards to satisfaction, you please do not want to follow up with them regularly. Let's say they received their delivery on a Saturday. You want to call them on a Monday to check in if all is well, if they are happy with their products. Please don't call them on Wednesday to check in again if they're satisfied with their product, because honestly, the clients will just block your number and then they will not be able to reach out to you if they need your service again. Question. Please, Cynthia, I'm sorry for no, it's fine, Matthew. But I've just been thinking, how do we book flights for? Okay, wait. So it's how do we book flights for for customers? Like, what are the steps to reservation flight? Actually, that is not for our class, honestly. Um, but self help is to, I've told you Google is my best friend. Google and YouTube. There is no information I want to know on the spot that I do not just go to Google and YouTube for. But I do understand that um so step to reservation, flights and hotels and all of this. Matthew, you first have to know how to do this thing for yourself. If you can't do it for yourself, you don't think you can do it for others. So you want to do a Google search um on how to go about reservations for flights and hotels. And also, the company you're going to work for will do an onboarding to show you how this is done. So I hope that helps. Chosen. Do one has to learn English speaking? Yes, you have to learn. Is that even a question? You have to continue building your vocabulary so that you can communicate better with your clients. Please, can you give more insights on scheduling tools, like when using it to invite someone for a meeting? Do they need to have same tools to join? No. All you need to do is to attach the link, because when you do have maybe Calendly set up, you're going to have an invite link and you would attach that link to your emails or messages so your clients can use the link to book a meeting with you. Yes. So for this, there is a link that you would share with your clients for them to book, or you could just do the manual booking where you ask your clients what their availability is and schedule accordingly. We're going to go sorry, scheduling tool is just for internal use, like with a team or management, or you can use your scheduling tools for customers too. It's not just for internal use. You can use your scheduling link for customers too. Um, Tech team will please take us on a break. Um, yeah, on a 10 minutes break, and we'll be back by 8 to continue the rest of our module for the week. If you have more questions, you can still share them. Tech team is going to take note of them, or I will respond to them as soon as we're back. Or as soon as I'm back from the break. So, tech team, can we please take us on the break? Thank you. Hello, ladies. Apologies for being 5 minutes late. I'm here now. Victoria, can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me. Can we all hear and see me? If we can, then I would love to continue with our class and open the floor for questions. Olanke, I'm so sorry you're still experiencing um, terrible network. I guess her question is, can she schedule a meeting with Zoom and the client join without having Zoom? Um, the link will prompt the client, Rosalind, the link will prompt the client to download Zoom. So yeah, don't worry about that. How do you create a meeting on Google Teams? Bukola, you just, once you click on Google Teams, it's going to guide you, do an intro, self-help, go to Google and check it out. Google is going to have a tutorial there. Quinachi Monk, can you also use Zoom and other communication tools to schedule a meeting, or is it a must? You can use Zoom to schedule a meeting. Esther James, good evening. Okay, so I don't know if I have, do we have more questions? Awesome. Thank you all for confirming. Thank you for welcoming me back. I hope we had enough water to drink because that's what I was doing on my break. So now, if we do not have any other questions for now, I'd love to continue um, to the next slide, which is client retention strategies for virtual assistants. One of the strategies is the regular customer follow-up. So after an issue is resolved or a purchase is made, follow up with your customers to ensure their experiences meet their expectations. This simple gesture can greatly improve customer loyalty. Now, you want to do follow ups, like I have said before. Please do not follow up with your clients too often. Probably just once after an issue has been resolved, and then maybe after a purchase has been made, you can just call one more time to just confirm that the customer is satisfied with the purchase or their product that has been delivered. For the exclusive offer strategy, you want to assist clients in creating loyalty programs or exclusive offers for repeat customers, that's returning customers, to increase customer retention rates. Example I use is a virtual assistant for a fitness brand noticed that customers who hadn't made a purchase in over 6 months were at the risk of leaving. To re-engage these customers, the VA sent out a personalized email campaign offering a discount on new arrivals, resulting in a significant increase in returning customers. Now, multitasking and time management in customer support. Balancing multiple customer queries. As a virtual assistant handling customer, just so I am sure we are all on the same track. Ma, please, how can I start a Zoom meeting? You're going to click on Zoom. When you download Zoom and you click on Zoom, um, I want to do the whole go to Google, but I don't want that to always be my response. And I want to see if I can if I can share my screen. If my Zoom I want to check if my Zoom is set up to my personal. That's what I'm working on right now. My Zoom is opening. Taking a little bit of time, but just for that. I'll have to do like a whole sign up into my Zoom, and I don't want to do that right now. But to answer your question, it's really easy. If you have signed in to Zoom before, it's going to guide you. Like the user interface on Zoom is really easy. And then you're going to see something that says new meeting, and then you're going to click on it. It will provide you with a link you can share, and then you can, once you share with your clients the link, then they can join the meeting. So okay, so now we're talking about multitasking and time management in customer service. Now I have said this before, customer virtual assistants especially, we're going to be multitasking all the time, or you have to learn to manage your time effectively, as this is crucial to maintaining high service levels. Now, some time management techniques is prioritization. This is where you categorize tasks based on urgencies and importance. You want to handle urgent customers' complaints first and then move on to less pressing tasks. Now, I know one of our ladies mentioned she asked a question about batching taxes. This is where you group similar tasks such as answering emails, following up on inquiries, or updating the frequently asked questions section to improve efficiency. This is an advanced technique where you're going to use tools, leverage on tax management tools like Trello, Asana, or Monday.com to keep track of customer support tasks, ensuring deadlines are met and nothing is overlooked. An example I used is of a VA managing customer support for a small tech company using the time blocking method. I hope we don't have any questions on time blocking again, because I'm always afraid that every time I mistakenly just mention time blocking, I get a ton of questions about time blocking. But please still send in your questions. I'll be very happy to answer them. But then this VA uses the time blocking method to focus on answering customer emails for 90 minutes each morning and then handle social media queries for the next hour. By blocking time for each activity, they ensure all tasks are addressed efficiently. I mean, the next one we want to discuss is, oh, sorry, the next one we discussed. Please, is there a way we can ask questions via voice note? Like, do you want to ask me questions? Like, do you want to send me a recorded question? If that is what you're asking, I believe the tech team is in a better position to answer that. Or this is me suggesting to the tech team if we could do a Google Meet, a meeting on we could have this, maybe I don't know how it's going to work, but the tech team will advise on when we can schedule a meeting where I can then hear all of your lovely voices and listen to your questions and address them in real time. So this is something the tech team will work on for us, because I'm unable to do that on my own without their support. So it will be communicated to you as to when it's been agreed on for the meeting. So this is me giving confirmation. All right, tech team, Queen Achibong has seconded the second suggestion. So tech team, please assist myself and the lovely ladies with a Google Meet session. Just help us with that, please. Thank you. So I'm going to proceed to okay, time management technique. I think we've done this. Then dealing with difficult customers. Conflict resolution and dealing with difficult customers. Strategy for de-escalating conflicts. You want to remain calm regardless of how frustrated the customer may be. Staying calm and collected will help in resolving the issue. You want to acknowledge the issue after remaining calm, and then you want to offer solutions. Now, best practices for managing difficult customers is best practices for managing difficult customers. One of it is listening actively. Allow the customer to explain the issue without interrupting them. This shows empathy and it builds rapport. You want to offer multiple solutions where possible. Give customers option for multiple options for resolutions that either exchange, store credit, and then refund, making them feel empowered in the decision making process. Last practice is follow up, which is where you want to offer. So once the issue, excuse me, once the issue is resolved, you want to follow up to ensure that the customer is satisfied. This can help repair any damage to the relationship or show that their concerns are taken seriously. Queen Achibong, will this program come up again? Because I would love to learn project management after virtual assistant. Tech team, can you please help me with that answer so I can respond to Queen Achibong, please? So I'm just going to copy the question and send it to the team. All right. So now, with that, brings us to the end, and then our end of week reflection. So this week's lesson focused on the vital role of customer support. The vital Yes. Yes. And no, Google Meets can be recorded. It depends on if the organizer of the meeting allows for recording of the call, and if not. Yes, you can access this video. I don't know if you can access the video after the program. I apologize for that. The tech team would please assist me respond to that question. Okay, so for this week, we focused on the vital role of customer support, um, and how they play in the success of a virtual assistant work, whether handling inquiries, managing complaints, or maintaining client relationships. Virtual assistants are key to creating positive customer experience by leveraging on social media, automation tools, and emotional intelligence. VAs can efficiently manage tasks while fostering long-lasting client relationships. Next week, my co-facilitator will dive into specialization and business development. With that, I am opening the floor to your questions. You can ask me questions on this or previous topics that I have touched, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Please let your questions come in while I nibble on my nut. So this is not data analysis. This is virtual assistance. If it was data analysis, we won't be finishing it. We won't be ending this class right now. There's a lot in data analysis. Queen, I can't do a demo on Calendly right now because I don't have it downloaded. But you can download it and do a YouTube search on how to use Calendly, and it will give you a live demo.
Who's listening?
Okay, so while we thinking about the questions you asked me, can you please tell me if we have a clear understanding on today's on this week's module, customer support? If there's any part of the lesson you do not understand, please share with me so I'm able to address it now. Thank you, Amila, for confirming. It warms my heart that you understand. You're welcome, Aishat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time too, because this wouldn't have happened if you weren't here. Esther, I'm glad you understand. Mhm. So for this week, I'm still contemplating the assignment because this is customer support, and the only I will however speak with the team if they want to give you assignment, but for customer support is more interactive. Thank you, Esther James. We appreciate you are acknowledging that we are doing wonderfully well. You are doing wonderfully well too by being here. We appreciate you. Thank you. Fuluke, thank you very much. Thank you for being here. I'm glad that you understand this week's module. Is there a difference between admin and virtual? They're the same thing. Abbas, they're the same thing. It's just the name. Thank you, Fuluke. Thank you, John. Today's class will be ending early because I see that we don't have questions. Can you help us initiate a meeting on Zoom and Google Meet? Thelma, please do not offer refunds because I said it before. The person that's going to suffer, especially if a refund is not approved, is you. So please don't try to offer multiple options such as replacement or a discount on next purchase. So please don't be so quick to offer a refund. Well, I'm glad you have a better understanding now and you're going to be calm going forward. You're welcome, Treasure, Omede, Comforter. You are welcome. Amaka, the notes will be uploaded to LMS for you to have easy access. Adefumilola, thank you. Helen, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you too for being here. Ifeoluwa, I appreciate that you're enjoying my classes. Thank you. Ayomi, thank you. So in the next 5 minutes, we are going to, share thoughts, feedbacks. If there's anything you want me to let me know, just do, and then we'll do that in 5 minutes, and we will call it a night. We're going to be ending our class early today because we are done with today's this week's module. Oh wow, Amaka, this is your first week here. So the all of the previous weeks that has been taken will be on LMS for you to use. If a customer needs assistance with public holiday, actually it will be your assignment will be sent back to you soon. So if a customer needs an assistant but it's public holiday, how can you manage that customer? If your company doesn't pay you for overtime, please let the customer wait till when you resume from work. Or if not, as a customer service agent, if the call comes in directly, if the call comes in directly to you, you just have to please try and answer the client. But if it doesn't and you're not available, there's nothing that can be done. It's either there's going to be a replacement working while you're on holiday, or something is just going to be put in place. They could probably send a text. If they can't call you, they'll send a text and then you choose to respond. So admin assistant, it depends. The admin assistant can work virtually. Admin assistants can work virtually. So when you can be a virtual assistant who is an admin assistant. So admin assistant simply means you're working directly with the CEO, executive assistants. So that's what I'm saying. Customer service knowledge base. Peace, I do not understand your question. Exactly. Exactly, Esther. My holidays are really important, so I would respond to anything when we're back from the holidays. So chosen, I really appreciate the class. I'm glad. You're welcome. DM tech team, can we please assist chosen Iyanu Lua? Thank you, Abbas. And for many of us that has missed, for us, for Amaka who says she's just joining the class, you can go on LMS to watch the previous videos of the lessons that you must have missed. It's all up on LMS. Thank you, Abbas, once again. Tech team, can we please assist me chosen on she wants to send she wants to send a direct message and she says that she changed from data. Oh, I love you too, Preshi. Thank you. I appreciate you too. So, tech team, please, again, this is a reminder. Please help me with choosing Iyanu Olua. She wants to send me a direct message, and she says she changed from data analysis to virtual assistant, and she's not getting any emails. Please help her address the issue. So this brings us to the end of today's lesson. We are going off early, and I am super excited that I am letting you. Oh wow, I lost access to my mail and I just got it back. Can I still submit my assignment? because it says close on Canva platforms. Tech team attendance hasn't been. Some of the ladies hasn't haven't marked their attendance. Can we please help with that? Cynthia, will we be given the opportunity to practice after the program? I do not understand when you say practice, but you can do it on your own. You can help a friend, you know. Can I help you manage your emails? Can I do this? Can I? Okay, so at Candy, please reach out on Telegram. I think Iyanolua, please also reach out on Telegram so that the tech team can, you know, can assist you directly. Please do that. Reach out on Telegram. I will have a nice rest. Enjoy the rest of your evening, ladies. It was okay. I'm not leaving yet, Mary. I'm here. What do you want me to do? I'm here, Mary. Oh, let's gist some more. Okay, so what do you want us to gist about? Wow. Many of the ladies are tired and they would want to rest. Well, if there's something you want us to talk about right now, Mary, I am open to the discussion. Do I think I'm even looking for a job, oh Mary. If you have any if you have any job offers for me, I would take. Currently I'm not taking interns. When I am taking interns, I would let the public know, but I'm currently not taking interns. Ah. All right, Mary. All right, Thelma. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, Fee, Kemi. All right, Mary. I really do wish I was taking interns at this time, but I am currently not taking interns. But I am very sure that once you there are a lot of job openings out there. Send in your emails, send out your resumes, and you would get a job by God's grace. I'm very sure of that. Thank you, Treasure. Why do you like doing? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, Rosalind. What are you saying? That is what my daughter asked me. I don't know. If she can explain, then I'll be able to answer. What tools can I use to practice as a starter? Oh my God, Anibaba, this is not the place for that. Jesus. This is not the place for that. We're already digressing like a way. Mary, for the tools is Gmail, the regular tools. But I think with YouTube has like a YouTube will provide you a better answer because you would use once you're on the job, it's gonna tell you what you need to use. Because if I tell you to use Trello, oh, okay. Now I understand, Mary. Thank you for clarifying for me. It's a bad habit. I would put in a lot of more deliberate efforts to stop it. Okay, ladies, it's lovely. I'm glad we even spent this extra time to gist. Thank you, Mary, for making me stay. I want us to have a lovely night's rest. Tech team, can we please close so that the ladies can go rest? Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye. And bye, Rosalind's daughter.